a lot of places to learn how to make fermented plant juice, FPJ, but almost nobody talks about how to finish it. They're skipping a step. Most people have learned to supersaturate the serum after it's been separated from the plant material, and they think it's finished, but it's not. It's the step that determines the stability and the efficacy. There are consequences to skipping this step. I'm going to show you how to get a better FPJ by cleaning it. Wait, what? Clean a liquid? It's easy. If you look at this, I don't want to stir it up, but there's a thick layer of sediment at the bottom. This is the dead bodies and organic matter from the organisms, mostly yeast, that fermented this plant juice. This sediment layer is going to create problems. It's going to lead to putrefaction and loss of quality. So we're going to clean it. It's called racking. That comes from the brewing and winemaking world. You want to get as much liquid as you can without getting any of the sediment. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can use a turkey baster. If I were to press the bulb in there, I would make bubbles and I would stir up the bottom. So make sure you press the bulb, insert it in, suck your stuff up, and there you go. Now this is kind of a big jar, so it's going to take me a while. And the other way you can do it is with pouring. You need to go slow and very careful. You don't want to disturb this layer here. So we're going to pour it slowly. Okay, this jar is too big compared to this. I've stirred up some of the bottom, so I need to let that sit for the final pour. We'll put this in a container and come back for this. It's getting thick there. That's what I'm going to leave. You're never going to get it all. Just be willing to write that off. Here's a little bit of technique for pouring. This is the calcium from my water when I boil it and let it settle out. That's how much calcium is in my water. Now, it's good to use jars. Let me put this down. It shows more on this. It's got a little hip, and this doesn't have as much of a hip, but this hip helps you to pour out the liquid and not the sediment. So if you're pouring, look for a good hip jar with a good hip. Okay, and then you're going to watch the sediment on the bottom. Here, let me try and get an angle so you can see more. We want to keep this in the jar and get the liquid to pour. So we're going to go very slowly. That calcium sediment is starting to slide around a little bit, but so far nothing's going with the water. It's all pouring off clear. All of our sediment is down here. I'm going slowly, 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 slowly. Now you can see it a little bit that starts to float. It's going to be a problem, so I have to slow down. Watch that sediment. Water's coming out clear and the sediment is staying in the jar. And I do that till I feel comfortable that I've got as much water, liquid as I can without getting any of the sediment. So there is sediment in the bottom and no sedum in this. Now this batch was particularly dirty, so before I store it, I'm going to let it sit for a while, and if I get any sediment on the bottom, I'll rack it again. Whenever you're checking or opening any FPJ, any input, you should smell it. It smells like, kind of like banana wine a little bit. Doesn't smell alcoholic, but I can smell the bananas. It smells like FPJ bananas should smell. That's really yummy. Everything in Korean natural farming is edible and safe. And now this is going into a dark, cool place, and I'll just keep an eye on it for a little while. Make sure, if you're doing this, you want to make sure it's dormant and then there's no sediment at the bottom. And then you can put it in long-term storage. I had trouble with it settling down after I made it, and I took out the banana. This is a banana FPJ. It kept wanting to bubble and foam. I had a little bit of sugar, enough to saturate it, and it started to foam. And I found out, if you want to know what I found out, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can find out in the next video. Peace.